What's the deal? I'm gonna let some of y'all get up in here real quick. Let some of y'all get in here real quick. Okay, look at. I see Bryce Young got a little couple moves on him. Y'all let y'all jumping through here real quick and see what y'all talking about. You already know what it is, what we come here to do. What's good? What's good, Juice WRLD? What's good with you? Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through here. Y'all let me know what's good. Y'all let me know what's up. Make sure you're hitting that like. Make sure that notification. Hope the notification went through. Y'all let me know what's going on. Okay, Bryce. Point. Okay, Bryce. See Bryce making a couple little moves out there. Man, make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through here. You know what y'all doing? Y'all watching the game? Y'all checking out the Panthers and the Lions? Y'all checking them out? Seeing Bryce Young? A lot of people wanted the Texans draft Bryce Young. Actually, it was a nice play he just pulled. Nice couple plays. Okay, Bryce. Okay. Now let me know what's good. What's up with it? Yeah, that's what I'm watching. I need to see a touchdown. You need to see a touchdown? By the Panthers? Or you talking about a touchdown by the Panthers or by the Lions? Just say I need to see a touchdown. But yeah, I'm checking out the game though. That's the game I'm looking at right now. Hey, Spitz, what you think about it? I don't. Well, to be honest, I actually don't understand why he went to the Titans. Cause he said he wanted to win, and there's not even no shade at the Titans, or you know what I'm saying, like because they're in division rival. I just don't think they're a team that's trying to win. Well, I ain't gonna say not trying to win. I don't think that's going to be a team that's going to do a lot of winning. It's not going to be a team that's going to be doing a lot of winning. And also, you're not going to get the football, so you're not even going to get your numbers. You would think in this situation, with Hopkins being at the level he's at in his career, you would think either A, he's trying to go win a championship because he needs to on his resume, or two, he's trying to bulk up as many numbers as he possibly can to make sure and cement being in the Hall of Fame. And I don't think he's doing neither in neither in Tennessee. Now, did Tennessee offer the most money? It probably ended up what happening, but I'm not trying to be somebody who counts somebody pocketbooks or nothing like that. But who knows if that's like that all you need was the bread? Like was that all you need was the bread? Like you didn't make enough money in your career? That all you need was the bread? That's a nice thought about Bryce Young too. Is that really all you? Is that what's good? What's good, Wise? Hey, make sure you let everybody know I'm in the chat, man. Let everybody know in the chat in the Discord know I'm live. But like is that really what it is? Because like I would think a better situation for Nuke would have been going to like Kansas City or Buffalo. Because in Kansas City, I think he would got his numbers and could got a championship. And Buffalo being competing for a championship. If he went to Dallas, that would help his numbers out too, and that would be a better winning situation than going to the Titans. So you would think he would be going to a team that was loaded, that he could try to win a championship, or a team that's going to be very pass happy, and going to be able to deliver the football so his numbers can go up. So I don't think it was a good decision on no situation. Maybe outside of they probably offer him more money than anybody else, honestly. And like I said, maybe the NFL market just went out there for Hop because it seemed like the only two teams that wanted him was the Patriots and the Titans. And for both those situations, from a number standpoint and from a winning standpoint, I don't think either situation would be a good benefit for him. But make sure y'all comment. Like I said, this is a Q&A. Make sure y'all ask questions. And the easy way to guarantee your question is to hit that super chat. That way it pops up immediately. I immediately see when the super chat pops up. So if y'all want y'all question, definitely ask. Guaranteed to be answered and asked. Asked and answered rather. Make sure y'all hit the super chat so I can see it. But not you just want to go ahead and message it, and hopefully I can read too. But make sure you hit that like button too, cause like 10 of y'all to hit it. So make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through too, cause that like button is free. But next question, see about Trey Lance going to the Cowboys. I actually me personally, I don't think it was a bad decision by the Cowboys. Now it's very interesting to me that the Cowboys gave up a 4th pick for him, and they only gave up a 5th pick for Brandon Brandon Cooks. They only gave up a 5th pick to get Brandon Cooks, and they gave up a 4th pick to get Trey Lance. So what that means to me, I think they might eventually see something out of him. Again, he's a top 5 draft pick, which means he has a 5th-year option. So you have him under control for the next 3 years, 2-3 years. You have him under control. Yeah, this season and 2 seasons after, you have him under control. So you got him under control for the next 3 seasons. I know they got Cooper Rush, and I think Cooper Rush is the backup. But in this situation in Dallas, what this does for him, that he's no longer the 3rd pick in the draft. He's no longer the guy who we trade up 3 firsts, and 2 seconds, and whatever. He's no longer the guy who they jumped up to go get. He's no longer have that pressure of him being the 3rd round pick and the guy who they jumped up to go get. He's no longer that guy. He is a guy who the Cowboys threw a flyer on. No longer the pressure, because Dak is the guy. They paid Dak. Dak been there for a while. Dak won playoff games. Dak is the guy. So Dak is the quarterback. The pressure is off, so he's going to sit back. I don't like the fact that he's with Mike McCarthy. I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan. My biggest issue really now with Trey Lance is if Kyle Shanahan has given up on you and has traded you, I don't see nobody else fixing you outside Andy Reid. That's the only other hope. Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan, if those 2 guys can't fix you, you can't be fixed. And Kyle Shanahan has given up on you. So the only other hope, personally, I think, is like I said, is Andy Reid, and obviously he's not in Kansas City. But there's no pressure. He's going to be the third. He's going to be the 3rd quarterback. He's going to sit back and watch. I know people say like he's been sitting back and watching for a long time. He hasn't played football. Maybe he just needs to break everything down. Maybe everything, the pressure, everything needs to be broken down, and he needs to be brought along slowly. I do think from a weapon standpoint, I know he had Brandon Ayuk. I know he had Deebo Samuels. I know he had George Kittles. He had Christian McCaffrey. He never played with Christian McCaffrey, but I know he dealt with Christian McCaffrey during training camp and stuff like that. I think these group of weapons, because he does have a strong arm, I think somebody like who's a deep threat in Brandon Cooks, and then a receiver like CeeDee Lamb, I do think those are better weapons to utilize for what he likes to do and what is better for his skill set. So from a weapon standpoint, I think it's better. Now the problem is he ain't getting on the field because you got Dak and you got Cooper Rush. Understand all that. I'm thinking that probably Cooper Rush is not going. They might not. I think Cooper Rush's contract is up at the end of the season. That they might not re-sign Cooper Rush. They might just let Cooper Rush go and just go with him being the backup quarterback next year. So we'll see more Trey Lance. This, I guess, is like a red shirt year, and then you'll see Brandon Cooks. I keep saying Brandon Cooks. You'll see Trey Lance next year via preseason, and there's no longer any pressure. No like all the pressure, or you got the rookie Mr. Irrelevant who went out and balled and won playoff games and stuff like that. You no longer hear none of that noise. You don't hear the noise that they trade up to get you, and you don't hear the noise of this other guy, this Mr. Irrelevant outplaying you. You no longer have any of that. You just back there, get your head in the books and understand what you got to do and learn the offense and progress. So I do think that it could eventually be a good situation for him. All you got to do is now get on the field and stay healthy, because that's the problem. He hasn't been playing. He hasn't. He played a small school where they didn't during the COVID year. They only played 1 season. He did start as a freshman. He played like time, but never really got a start. Then we did get a chance to start last year. He got hurt. He only played a game and a half. He played the first game. There was a rain tsunami versus the Bears, and then the second game he only played like the first quarter before he got hurt, and he never played again. But what we've seen in the preseason, because even when we seen the preseason game last year, we seen it up close against us. The Amazon Prime game last year on the preseason. Kyle Shanahan took out his starters. Kyle took out his starters. He took out his starting defense. He was done with the starters. His starting offense went out there, and he played them, and he did not like what he seen against the Texans. That's a Lovie Smith defense. He did not like what he seen, and he went back and put his starting offense back out there again, and either they had a 3 and out or he had a pick. right after that. I think it was a 3 and out. It was an instant 3 and out. Like he did not see exactly what he wanted to see against us. So obviously he has a lot left to be desired. He has not showed a lot of good football and not a lot of good tape when it comes to the preseason. Now the game that he actually played against us in the regular season 2 years ago, he actually played with his first start. He actually played. It was kind of rocky in the first half, but he came along and played very well in the second half, and they ended up winning the game. But outside that's really been the highlight of his career, honestly. So we haven't got a chance to really see him play outside the preseason, and it hasn't looked good in the preseason. So it is what it is. Hopkins is washed. I don't think Hopkins washed, but I don't think the situation that he's in is a good situation for him to get up numbers. But I don't think he washed though. Well, Spitz, Cowboys don't believe in Dak. Once again, Lance is not the guy or Dak. I think cause you might be right about I don't think they trust Dak. Because if you go look at Dak's 20, I know we talked about what his number was before he got hurt in 2020, which were phenomenal. You go look at his 2022 number. No, last year was 2022. You go look at his 2021 numbers. Dak could have won MVP. Dak had MVP type numbers. That 2021 season, Dak had some good numbers, and then it just fell apart in the playoffs. Like when Dak played, I know the games because Cooper Rush played, but when Dak played, it was damn good. It really was. You like what you're seeing from Stroud so far? I ain't gonna say hit me. My main issue, honestly, my main issue ain't really with CJ. I want to see more out of CJ, but part of my main issue is what Slow is doing on offense. Like what Bobby Slow was doing on offense. I like to see more from what Bobby Slow was doing on offense. And hey, shout out to that boy Chris with the super chat. Appreciate that. Shout out to that boy Chris with the super chat. I want to see more out of CJ. I want to see more progression. We're going to get to that because I want to talk about what we want to see in the preseason game. I want to see a little bit more out of him. That one drive he had, the guys in the field goal range, it was great. That one drive when we had the guys in the field goal range was great. That was a good play by CJ. And if you go back and if you go watch the quarterback school video, he breaks down all his plays. Like some of CJ's balls were just completely he was throwing perfect balls. Like they were nice tight spirals. They were good throws. But I do want to see more out of it. I want to see more consistency. But we're gonna talk about that later. But shout out to that boy Chris for the super chat. Spitz in Texas Nation, how you feel that the Texans is last team? Oh, that's team. You got why? How do we feel about the Texans being the last team not to name their starting quarterback? I think it's because, to be honest, I think really the reason why they haven't named the quarterback yet is because they've already named the quarterback without naming the quarterback. I mean, C.J. Stroud, they announced that he started this preseason game. He started all 3 preseason games. They haven't rotated practice snaps since a week before the first preseason game. So, we already know exactly what it is. We already know exactly what it is. I don't really think that we really tripping about it. It's just they just ain't named it. And I guess that's what they naming it without naming it. They're not going to go out there and have a big press conference and a big parade. Hey, we're naming C.J. Stroud to be our starting quarterback. That's not what he's doing. That's not what we're going to do. We're just going to basically go out there and chill. And we've basically already named it because if people ask, okay, who's going to be starting quarterback in Baltimore? Who y'all think been starting? No. All of a sudden now we're just going to name such and such as our starting quarterback. Hey, man, we're going to start Larry Tunsil as the quarterback. CJ been taking all first team snaps. He's been the starter in all 3 preseason games. Who y'all think going to be the starting quarterback? It's going to be CJ Stroud. like it's going to be C.J. Stroud. We already know C.J. Stroud. There's no reason why we should be like asking about it because we already know what it is. Why they haven't named it officially, I don't know, but I'm guessing that's why because they basically doing it without doing it. That's the way they want to do it. Would I prefer for them just to be completely upfront? Honestly, yeah, they just come out there and be like, yeah, C.J. Stroud's our starting quarterback, week 1 against Baltimore. Would I prefer them to do that? Absolutely, I would prefer them to do that. I don't like that whole janky, like that whole pulling. I don't like me personally. I don't like that type of stuff. Just go ahead and name the guy the starter from day one. Go ahead, just name him. He's the starter. Like go ahead and name him the starter. I would rather you do that. Like that'd be the best thing to do. Honestly, just go ahead and do that. But it is what it is. That's not what they've done. I'd rather you go ahead and do that. But that's not what they've done. But it's all good though. But appreciate Chris for the super chat love. Petrie, who seems to be all over the field. You think he has a shot? Yeah, a Pro Bowler and an All Pro. I think he has a shot to be both. I mean, he should have been. He actually should have been named, honestly, at least second team All Pro last year. He should have been named second team All Pro last year, and definitely should have been in the conversation with defensive player. Yeah, he should have been third. I agree. I do believe that Sauce deserved to be rookie last year. Well, regardless of what people think, I do think that Sauce should have won rookie last year. I do think that Aiden Hudson was number 2, and I think Petrie should have been third or fourth, either him or Tyreek Woolen. Should be in that third. Both should be in that third and fourth spot when it comes to being rookie of the year. And I definitely think he should earn some All Pro honors when it comes to the special when it comes to the safeties. But I definitely think he's definitely this year going to take a step up. And he got better cornerback help. He got better cornerback help than he's had before. Well, before he only played one season. He's going to have better cornerback help. And he's going to be in a better defense with Nico Collins, better pass rushing with Willie Anderson, and hopefully Jonathan Gennard playing the full season, or at least playing the majority of the season. I think he's going to be in the best situation, able to make plays, then also have a Ward on the side. So I think he's definitely going to be in a better situation this year. And I definitely think he's going to be able to add more All-Pro honors and things like that. So I definitely think he's going to be in a good situation. But like I said, hey, make sure you hit that like button. I see some more people that jumped in. Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through here. And make sure y'all ask y'all questions. Make sure, because it's Q&A, ask some questions. People still traumatized from the OB era. You know what? You're actually kind of right. OB would probably have Davis Mills, but I think OB would have had Davis Mills starting that Patriots game. I don't think if we're in the exact same situation and Bill O'Brien was the head coach, at the very least against the Patriots, Davis Mills would have started and not C.J. Stroud. Now CJ might have started against the Dolphins, but he definitely wouldn't have started against the Patriots. Definitely wouldn't start against the Patriots. And you might be right. He might have started all 3 preseason games and then boom, start week 1. You definitely right about that. But I don't think that DeMeco Ryans gonna operate like that. And 2, like I said, he's already been the starter for the last all 3 preseason games. It'd be different if he started one game and then this. Because I think that's what Bill O'Brien did with Ryan Mallett and what's his name, Brian Hoyer. I think he had like Hoyer start one game and then Mallett start the next game. And then the third game, he had Brian Hoyer start and play one drive, and then he named Brian Hoyer the starter. Like that. That's actually when we knew that Brian Hoyer was the official starter. Before the whole thing on Hard Knocks, when he actually named him the starter, what he did was that one preseason game he played. That one preseason game he started. He started him one drive. They went down to the score, boom, and took him out. After one touchdown drive, took him out. I'm like, damn, he gonna be the starter. He's definitely gonna be a starter. He only played one drive. And they took him out. Like boom, I seen him. I had to see. Like and it wasn't like a rotated situation. It was a straight just took him out. I see when I had to see type situation. So I do agree that that's something that Bill O'Brien would have definitely done. To upgrade to the front 7 will help Petrie. Yeah, the upgrade for the front 7 definitely will help out Petrie. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Expectation for the Texans. I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7 wins. but only because the offense won't be as good as we think, which is going to keep the D on the field. I still think I think 5 wins is a little low, like a little low. I mean, the team won how many last year? 3. The teams won 3 last year, and should have won at least 4, if not 5. Cause they definitely should have beat Dallas. They definitely should have beat the game we tied against the Colts. So they definitely should have won. They definitely should have won those games. And you can make a case they should have beat the Kansas City Chiefs as well. So yeah, you definitely make a case they should have won those games as well. So who knows? I definitely think that they could. I definitely think they can win some more games. Than that. My true expectation, honestly, the Bears too. I mean, the Bears, the Broncos. There's a lot of games that they could should have won. And I think this team is going to be better coached, and this team is also more talented too. My true expectations, honestly, I think this team is going to at the very least win 9. I think 9 is the floor. Looking at the schedule, I think this team could definitely win 9 games. And I think 9 games going to at least win you the AFC South. I definitely think this team can win 9 games. I know that might seem a little bit ambitious. I think the team can win 9 games. I know when I did my prediction, I had them winning 11. I think 11 is the ceiling. I think 9 is the floor. Honestly, think 9 is the floor. And I could be completely wrong that they completely come out there and be like the Houston Texans and not win that many games. But I do think this team. I do think it's going to take a while for the offense to get rolling. I do think it's going to take a while for the offense to get rolling. That's why I think some of those wins are going to be in the back half. But once this offense gets rolling, I think around November after the bye week is when I think the offense is really going to get rolling. And once the bye week after that they really get rolling, that defense already gonna be in second and third again. It's just gonna take off, man. But make sure you hit that like button because I see some more people jump in. Hey, make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through. 9 is realistic. Yeah, I think 9 is realistic. I really do. What's up, bro? I seen between 6 to 9 wins. Yeah, like I said, I definitely think it's gonna be. I definitely think it's gonna be that. I definitely think they're gonna win 9. 7 to 10. I mean, like 7 to 10 is not bad. It's not great either, but I definitely. Schedule is ass, so I can see 10 plus already. Yeah, like I said, we should beat the Chiefs. Should beat the Bears too. Obviously, I feel like that. The Broncos in that mix as well. Let's see what else I got. People. This might be the worst year. This might be the worst year with Dak. I don't know if it's gonna be the worst year with Dak. I don't know. How you feel about your Magics this year? I think they're gonna make. I think at the very least they're gonna make the play-in. They did a lot of improvement last year. I think that we definitely found a guy in Paulo. I think Paulo is definitely a guy you build around. I see Franz got hurt during the overseas during the games. So hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's not nothing that's too serious. But I definitely think that I think him and Paulo have a good year. I think Paulo gonna be an all-star. I think Paulo gonna at the very least at the very least be a reserve, if not end up being a starter. I think he's almost voted in to be a starter last year. Like it was, he had some good votes as a rookie. So I definitely think that Paulo can get in. And I think he definitely can get in. So I think we definitely be good. Besides Tank, what other receiver do you think can hit over 800 yards? I know people want me to say Nico. I don't think Nico's going to get 800 yards. I don't think Nico's going to get 800 yards. I don't think, what's his name? Woods. I don't think Woods going to get 800 yards. I don't think Brown's going to get 800 yards. I think, I don't know how much Hutchinson's going to play, so I don't see him get 800 yards. And I don't think that Mechie is going to get 800 yards because I don't think Mechie is going to play all that much in the beginning. I don't think Mechie's going to play a lot in the beginning. Not saying that Mechie's not going to play a lot and not going to play, but I don't see Mechie playing a lot in the beginning. So I don't know how much it's going to hurt him and hinder him getting 100 to get him 800 yards. I don't really think that Hudson's going to play a lot this season. So I don't think he's going to get 800 yards. I don't think that Nico or Robert Woods can get 800 yards right now. I think that Tank is going to be your leading receiver, and I think Tank is going to get close to 1,000. I think Tank going to get 850 plus, and I think everybody else is probably going to get. I think like the highest person is probably going to be around a high 600, low 700. I don't think anybody else going to cross that 800 mark, and that's probably what we're going to see. Like honestly, maybe Dalton Schultz. Like Dalton, like I could actually see Schultz getting 1,000 yards of receiving. Hey, and shout out to that boy Chris once again with the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that, Chris. Shout out to Chris once again with the super chat love. Why do these Texan fans think they will have 9 wins when they could barely get 4 wins with the elite Deshaun? That's because the defense was putrid. That's why. The defense was putrid with Deshaun Watson. Like Deshaun Watson only won 4 games. We're not going to talk about his rookie, which the defense was putrid back then too, but he only played 6 games. You talk about the 2020 season, and the defense was bad. The defense was bad, and I mean not to be a woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I mean like especially against your. I know you're a Colts fan, Chris. I know you're a Colts fan against your Indianapolis Colts. Against your Indianapolis Colts, we not gonna sit here and act like he can't fumble on the 1 yard line. We're not gonna sit up and act like that Nick Barnes didn't just throw the football over Deshaun Watson's head on the 1 yard line. That's 2 wins right there that get you that right there, take you from 4 to 6, and then against the Titans. We go down there if we get the 2-point conversion. If we get the 2-point conversion, game is over. We don't, but the time games don't go to overtime. But we could stop Derrick Henry because they run all the way down there. We can't stop AJ Brown. AJ Brown catches the touchdown in the end zone, and then we can't stop Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry just gets the ball in overtime and runs the football in and scores the touchdown. Then the other game, we kick the game-winning field goal, and once again we can't stop AJ Brown. AJ Brown catches AJ Brown catches like a 50-yard reception, gets into the red zone. They kick a game-winning field goal, and they beat the Texans on the last game of the season. That's 4 games right there. That right there, just off them two right there, the Texans would have been 8-8. Just off of those 2 things right there, the Houston Texans are 8-8. Just off of that. Just off of that, the Houston Texans are 8-8. Just off of that. Just off of that, Houston Texans 8-8. So because of that, that's the main reason why we only won 4 games. So we're not gonna sit up here and act like they weren't able to. We're not gonna sit up here and act like they weren't able to win some games. It was a reason why they only won 4 games with Deshaun Watson. There's no reason why we only won 4 games with Deshaun Watson. So we'll see what. That was a nice pass by Bryce Young too. I just seen the Bryce Young touchdown. That's a nice pass by Bryce Young too. But 2 Adam Thielen. I thought Adam Thielen got hurt. But yeah, we're not gonna sit up and act like that, bro. So I definitely think the Texans can win at least 9 games. Cause I think we're a more complete team and a better coach team than we were that year. Any chance to beat Baltimore? If Baltimore starts off slow, because from what I've seen out of camp, what I've been hearing out of camp is that Lamar Jackson been underthrowing guys and overthrowing guys. So if that happens, especially with this secondary, I think it's going to be some interceptions. But I do need the offense to go off rolling. But my bad. Hey, but Chris, appreciate the super chat love, bro. Definitely appreciate the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, shout out to that boy Wink. I said that boy Wink up in here. Shout out to that boy Wink, man. Shout out to that boy Wink. Make sure y'all ask questions. Like I said, don't. Hey, remember this is an interactive show. Make sure y'all ask questions. Definitely make sure y'all ask questions. Baltimore plays very well on week 1. But Baltimore does play well on week 1. And I think the offense. It's going to take time for this offense. That's something that we all have to understand. It's going to take time on this offense. Like it's gonna take time on this offense. And hey, shout out to that boy Chris once again with some super chat love. Don't get me wrong, I'm here for the Texans content, but I will admit the Colts will not perform well at all. So you don't think the Colts will perform well at all? I mean AR. From what I seen like out last night, AR up and down. Y'all gotta understand what y'all gonna be doing with Jonathan Taylor. Like that's what y'all gotta figure out what y'all gonna do with JT. Are y'all gonna let him go? I mean, I know y'all let him go out there try to find a trade. Y'all gonna let him go? Like what y'all gonna do with AR? I mean not AR. What y'all gonna do with him? Because I think AR definitely needs him. I definitely think AR needs him. Definitely so. So y'all need to see exactly what y'all gonna do with him. Like I said, I will be in the building week 2 versus Indianapolis Colts. I will definitely be in the building week 2 against Indianapolis Colts. Hope y'all gonna be there, cause I can't wait to see AR and CJ go head to head. I can't wait for this, baby. I definitely can't wait for this. But shout out to that boy Chris once again with the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. I think our secondary can handle their weapons. Oh, you're not worried about OBJ and Zay? OBJ, no, I ain't really worried about. To be honest, I ain't really worried about OBJ either. Zay could cause some problems. Zay's a fast, shifty guy. He's not as shifty as Tank. I think Tank got a little bit more twitch and he better with his feet. I definitely think that that he could be a problem. And again, I think our defense can play well against their offense, especially like I said. I think that Nico could devise some schemes to get confuse Lamar Jackson a little bit, because Lamar Jackson is not a pure pocket passer. He's not a polished passer. That's not his strong suit. His strong suit is running the football. So I do think that we'll be able. I think we can confuse and cross him up a little bit. My main concern, especially when it comes to the Ravens, is how well an old machine will our offense be. Because I don't believe in the beginning of the season, I don't think our offense is going to be that well. And I know somebody asked me earlier, how do I feel about CJ? This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see out of CJ. Because I know people ask me about about CJ starting too. Because that's another thing that brought the stream up about CJ playing against in the preseason. I'm glad that CJ's playing. How long do I think CJ should play? I want a good solid quarter. It don't have to be a half. It don't have to be. I definitely don't want just no drive. I want to see a good solid quarter of efficient football, good play calling, and good execution. Mainly on the execution. I want to see good play calling because I know the reason why I'm slightly going to give Bobby Sloak a pass slightly is because I know you want to be vanilla in the preseason. You don't want to give up too much. I think that's part of the reason why they canceled the joint practice versus New Orleans Saints, because, hey, we're going to play these guys later on this year. Early in the season, I think we play them before the bye week. I think we play them like week 5. Week 4, week 5. We play them before the bye week. So since we playing them before the bye week, we don't want to give up too much. We don't want them to know exactly what we're doing. We don't want to we don't want to give up too much. We don't want them knowing exactly what we're doing. We want to slow it up. Oh, it's week 6. We don't want them to know exactly what we're doing. So we don't want to give them too much. No, we don't want to give them a heads up on us. So especially in the game that actually matters, unlike a preseason game. So, all right. So what I'm saying is, like, I see why you could be, a little bit vanilla. Why you would be vanilla. But the execution, I definitely need the execution. But I want to see good, solid play calling. I don't want to see 30-step drop backs. I don't want to see just like whatever it was you was doing in the red zone against Miami Dolphins. I want to see good, efficient play calling, and I want to see a good, efficient offense. I want to see execution on the offense. I want to see a good, solid quarter, not just a drive. We got one good, solid drive in 2 preseason games. We got one good, solid drive by the offense. I want to see a good quarter's worth of solid drive. Now, if you end up eating up half the quarter in one drive, that's different. If it's a good, hey, we moving down the field methodically, which I don't think you're doing in the preseason game. I don't see you moving down the field methodically in the preseason game. But again, I know sometimes it will happen, at least in the regular season game. But I want to see a good, solid quarter At least if we have a good solid quarter with sufficient football and the Texans get drive down there, boom, get a touchdown, they get the ball back in, and boom, drive and get a field goal, and then boom, go back in, and they drive and get another field goal in the end of the quarter. I'm cool with that. They take him out. If it was good, efficient play calling, CJ looked good and crisp. The route running, the catches, the blocking, the running, everything looks good and crisp is going in a progressive state. I'm cool with you only playing a quarter. You don't have to play a full. I'm good with you only playing the quarter. You don't have to play a full half, anything like that, or a quarter and a half, anything like that. If you get a good quarter, I'm cool with that. If you get a good, efficient quarter, and because I want to see this offense progress, and I want to see this offense mature, and I want to see this offense play well. And I think if that's the case, I think would be good against New Orleans Saints. But that's part of the reason why I think against Baltimore, we got to work out some of them kinks. And I think we're going to be working out some of them kinks early on. So I think that's part of the reason why I do think there's always a chance to beat everybody. But to answer the question earlier about beating Baltimore, I do think you have a chance to beat Baltimore, but I do think Baltimore's still ultimately going to have to leg up and come out with the victory. And I see more people than jumped up here, but the lights ain't jumped up. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Come through. Make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through. Really appreciate that. I agree. I mean, with this offense, you obviously it's definitely predicated on the run game. And if the run is working well and efficiently, your play action can work. That opens up a lot of things on the offense. That opens up a lot of things if the running game is playing well. That opens up a lot of stuff in the offense. I definitely believe that will get the offense rolling. And also you get CJ into a rhythm. I think a lot of those things will definitely go on, and you be able to play well. I do think that helps CJ out a lot. Close game, but the Ravens win. That's good. Hey, if it's a close game and the Ravens still win, but we play well, I think that's a lot. Obviously, you want to win. You want to win at all costs. But hey, if you play well, you look good, but you still lose, I think especially in the beginning of the season. I ain't talking about throughout the whole season, but at the beginning of the season, you can take some quote unquote more victories that you played well, but it just didn't progress. I definitely think that's the case. Jonathan Gennard and Will Anderson, they both get sacked on Lamar. I love to see it, and I think both that will be a huge vote of confidence for both guys. If both guys are able to get hands and able to bring a running quarterback like that to the ground, I think that, especially when they both young, like both Jonathan Gennard in his fourth year, and Will Anderson as a rookie, definitely that bodes definitely well. That definitely bodes well for their game, for their confidence too. Definitely need to see run game to work first. Everything else will. Right. Yeah. You definitely like that. It's definitely going to feed off the run game. Yeah, better understanding of better understanding of route running and block assignments. I agree, because I don't want to see no more miscommunication. Again, I'd rather have a miscommunication in the preseason versus having a miscommunication week 1, or week 12 or whatever in the regular season. Which you're still gonna have. You're always gonna have miscommunication. You're gonna have those type of things, but you don't want to see those things prevalently. You damn sure don't want to see those things in the red zone at all. Like in any capacity, you don't want to see those things in the red zone. You don't want to see those things go on. Like you want to see better progression. You want to understand, like I said, you talk about a new guy calling the plays. Like I said, you got a guy who's never called plays before, never been an office coordinator, never been a head coach, never called plays before, calling plays and teaching a system. You got a quarterback coach that's never been an NFL quarterback coach, and you have a rookie quarterback. And then, not to mention, you have young rookie receivers. I think that's the main reason why you sign Robert Woods. Robert Woods can help those receivers learn the offense. It helps the Tank Dales and the Mechis and the Nico Collins and the Hutchinsons and things like that. It helps those guys learn the offense. The Noah Browns. It helps those guys learn the offense. The same thing with Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz didn't know this offense. Dalton Schultz been dealing with Kellen Moore. That's the offense he's been learning in Dallas. He's been dealing with Kellen Moore this whole time. He has not been running the offense, so he needs to know his offense. That's why you have the miscommunication, because he doesn't understand the offense. He's still learning the offense, so you got a lot of moving parts, a lot of people in newness, new quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new scheme, new receivers, learning new things. Like nothing is the same. This is not the offensive scheme that the Texas offensive linemen that were here before were running last year. They weren't running this, so they learned this. Then quarterback new to the NFL, he learned everything. Period. Receivers, they're learning this because they're new, and then you got an offensive coordinator who's never done this before. He's teaching something, and then he still got to find his own stick. Like, not only is he teaching, it's one thing for him to even if he knew his offense, he still got to teach it to somebody else because they ain't never learned this. I got to teach all this stuff to you. Now, I'm teaching something I ain't never taught before, and I've got to learn how to do it my damn self. So it's a lot of moving parts. That's why I think it's going. That's why I think like the offense is going to be behind the defense for a while. It's going to take a while to work out all the kinks and to get their footing. It's going to take a while. You see Stingley getting, Spitz, you see Stingley getting 5+ picks. See, gaining how many number picks any DB's gonna have, especially a corner, it's kind of hard because all you gotta do is not throw to him. Like that's how you can minimize somebody getting their picks. Just don't throw to them. Just don't throw to them. That's how you minimize it. So I don't know if he's gonna have 5+ picks. I do feel like he'll have more than one pick. That's what he had last year was one. But I do think he's gonna be in the best situation to gain some more picks. Like I say, and also sometimes picks are just hard to get. Like it's hard to get a knockdown pass deflection. So not to mention catching the football, because sometimes you can think you had a pick and drop that thing. So or just not a situation you can't get your other hand to get it type situation, or whatever the case may be. So you might not be able to get 2 picks, 4 picks, 5 picks, 6 picks, whatever. I know Dante Robinson, like I said, Dante Robinson was a rookie, and he ended up getting 6 picks. I think that still be most picks in a season for the Texans. So I could be wrong. Now I do know that Petrie had 5 last year, and honestly, Petrie could easily had 10. Like Petrie could have easily had 10. Like that Colts game, that Broncos game, in those 2 games alone, he dropped 3. He dropped 3 picks in those 2 games alone. I know he caught 2 picks against the Bears. What game was it? It was another game that he dropped another pick. Might have been the Jazz game. He dropped. I know he didn't he get a pick on Trevor Lawrence. I know he got a pick on Deshaun. Because he got 2 picks in the Chicago game. He had a pick on Deshaun. I think he got a pick on Trevor Lawrence too. And so I forgot who the other guy who got picked on. It was another game I know that he missed a couple picks too. Like he damn sure could have got, like I said, 10 picks. Like honestly, I'm not just gassing. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Texan fan. Like he realistically dropped 5 picks last year. Like he realistically dropped 5 picks. I'm not even shaming him for that. I'm just saying he realistically dropped 5 picks. Like the dude had 5 picks and like 150 tackles, and like that's like the first time since like 2010 or some shit like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's crazy. But he definitely could have easily because he had a lot of missed tackles too. He could have had like close to 200 tackles and 10 picks, like easily. The most any player had for the Texans is like 5 or 6. Yeah, like I said, I know for a fact that Dante Robinson had 6 as a rookie. I know Dante Robinson had 6 as a rookie because he led the AFC his rookie year. He didn't lead the NFL. He led the AFC as a rookie, and it took me a long time because of that I did not like Champ Bailey, because he led the AFC in interceptions. He had 6, and I think Champ Bailey had like 4. And Champ Bailey made the Pro Bowl, and I was hot. When Champ Bailey was on the Broncos, I was hot. that Champ Bailey made the Pro Bowl and Dante Robinson didn't. I was absolutely mad that Dante Robinson, as a rookie, came in and got 6 picks and didn't get to the Pro Bowl. And what you call it? I was like, man, they only let it in because they like Champ Bailey. Champ Bailey, and that's the only reason why Champ Bailey getting in. It took me a while to basically forgive Champ Bailey. Even ain't nothing to do with Champ Bailey, but I was young, and it took me a while to be like, man, I was like, man, forget Champ Bailey, man, forget Champ Bailey, man. I was very hot at Champ Bailey. It had nothing to do with Champ Bailey, but I was very hot at Champ Bailey for making the Pro Bowl because Dante Robinson did get in when Dante Robinson led the AFC in picks. I said, I know he had 6. I don't know if Kareem or J-Joe ever got more than 6 in the season. I will have to look that up. But I know Dante Robinson had 6, and I know last year Petrie had 5. So it's right there. It's right there. Dibs had 5 too. It wouldn't surprise me, cause I know that one year like Dibs had pick in every game in the month of December and had and won defensive player of the month in the month of December. I think it was like 2015? 2015, because that was the year we was on Hard Knocks. Yes, so 2015. I think it was. I think it was 2015. Yeah, it was 2015. He ended up winning defensive rookie, not defensive rookie, but defensive player of the month because he had all the picks in one month in the month of December. Like he had a pick in every single game. So safety is easier to predict than corner. Yes, I mean, it is easier for a safety to get an interception than a corner because like they basically like a lot of times safeties be roaming safeties be freelancing, and they get a lot of interceptions off of tips. They get a lot of interceptions off of cornerback's work. Oh, I see Bryce Young got the game because now ain't down then. Which I guess is good. I mean, they seen some good things out of Bryce. I guess it's good. But it's definitely the most J-Joe's has 4. Okay, I know it's definitely easy. It's definitely easier for them to get picks because like I say they roaming, they get tip passes. It's a lot of things that help them out. So it's definitely easier for them to get picks. KJ might have 5 in the season. Okay, all right. I know. J-Joe's is the all-time leader in interceptions. I know him and Kareem was going back and forth. Him and Kareem was going back and forth when it came to picks. Going back and forth with who was leading the team in picks and also leading the team in pick sixes too. Like they were definitely going back and forth. They definitely going back and forth. Yeah, the Ravens definitely do got a good defense, so it's definitely gonna be some. You definitely got disguise and had some good schemes when you talk about running the football. Like I said, run the football will help out CJ. It definitely would. See Andre Howe might have 5 picks in the season. I would have to go look up exactly see the most picks who we had in the season. Like it actually be crazy if it is Dante Robinson. Like if Dante Robinson is the most picks in the season, that was his rookie year. That was what 2005. That was 2005. That was almost 20 years ago. If that's still to be the most in the season, it's crazy, especially with J-Joe and Kareem, with J-Joe, with Kareem, with Glover Quinn, with that is crazy for that still to be the most. But like I said, I've been talking about corner for a long time. Cornerback has been an issue since we let walk. Like cornerback has been an issue since we let AJ Bouye walk. No, they didn't cancel the Saints game. They canceled you tripping, bro. Like they canceled the practice. That's what they did. Like because they was going to do a joint practice this past week, just like how they did the joint practice versus the Miami Dolphins last week. They were going to do a joint practice this week with the New Orleans Saints, and they canceled that. From the report, they said that DeMeco Ryan called the Saints coach and told them they came. He called, I guess, discussed and said, hey, they dealing with injuries, and they both collectively decided not to do a joint practice, and then like a lot of other teams canceled their joint practices. I can't speak for the reasons for nobody else. I can only speak for what I believe the Texans' reasons is, and I believe that the Texans, reasons, like I said earlier, is I think you just playing against them earlier. You playing against them late on the season. There's no really reason to practice against them. There's really no reason to practice against them. So there's definitely no reason to play against them. And yeah, you're right. We play them Sunday night. We play that Sunday night on Fox at 7:00. We the only game on. Like, cause everybody's playing tomorrow. Everybody else, if they didn't play today, if they didn't play yesterday, they didn't play today. Everybody's playing tomorrow except us and the Saints. We are the only team that's playing on Sunday at all. Nobody else playing on Sunday. We play Sunday night on Fox. I think it's going to be the Fox broadcast. It's going to be their way of working, just like how last night Amazon Prime, they was trying to work all their kinks out. They getting all they media in it and getting working on all they kinks and getting everything ready for the regular season. That's what Fox is doing with us. So we basically the only prime time game is on Fox. Everybody gonna be able to watch. So we definitely need CJ to play well. That's why I said we need one good solid quarter and be here after the game. Live stream immediately after the game on Sunday after the New Orleans Saints. We're gonna break it down. So make sure after the game, y'all hop on YouTube, because your boy is going live once again after the game versus the New Orleans Saints. So make sure y'all here immediately after the game to watch. We're going live, and we can talk about everything that we seen or didn't see. Like how we didn't see Tank Dale, or how we did see the defense after the first play of the game completely fall to a shit show because they couldn't keep up with the speed. How we seen Bobby Slowick call a good game after calling a bad red zone. We're going to talk about all that immediately after the game, so make sure y'all here after the game on Sunday. I have to watch the game. Split screen. USC playing at the same time. I think USC playing tomorrow. I thought USC playing on Sunday. I thought USC was playing tomorrow. Cause I do know Notre Dame and somebody else is playing tomorrow too. I think USC is playing Wyoming. No. That's Tech. We playing Wyoming. USC playing somebody tomorrow. But I thought it was tomorrow. Sunday. I thought it was tomorrow. CJ is going to be there. That leads to. I think that we're going to make the playoffs. I think we're going to win the division. And obviously, you win the division, you make the playoffs. I believe we will win the division and make it to the playoffs. Good Nico. So you think he? There is one way of looking at it too. I didn't even think about that. They would be in New Orleans if they would practice because it's in New Orleans. They would be in New Orleans to practice. That way you do get to practice in Houston, because New Orleans is not far from Houston, and it's a night game. They don't have to leave till tomorrow, late tomorrow. They ain't gotta leave early. Like how sometimes you gotta leave like real early. They could. What a flight to New Orleans is like an hour, if that. Only if it's an hour. It's like probably like a 45-minute flight to New Orleans. It's like a 45-minute flight to New Orleans. It's not a flight at all. So they definitely they definitely can fly out there. That's not a long flight at all. CJ Time to shine. Definitely, definitely. I definitely think it's definitely gotta be CJ Time to shine. We seen AR last night. We seen Bryce tonight. From what I seen out of Bryce earlier tonight, it looked decent. I seen him escape, use his legs, put the ball where it needed to go. He still looks very small out there, but it looked like Bryce Young. What you seen tonight out of Bryce Young, it looked like Bryce Young. I need CJ Stroud to look like C.J. Stroud. I need C.J. Stroud to look like against Ohio State. I need C.J. Stroud. I mean, he was Ohio State. I mean, against. I need C.J. Stroud to look like against Georgia. I need C.J. Stroud to look like the second half against Notre Dame. I need C.J. Stroud to was it Wisconsin? The second half against Wisconsin. I need C.J. Stroud to look like C.J. Stroud. The C.J. Stroud that we seen last year in his freshman year at well, I guess his sophomore year. His sophomore year at Ohio State. I need C.J. Stroud to look like that. That's what I need. I need C.J. Stroud to look like that. All the cameras gonna be on him. We seen everybody else play. Cause that's why when I seen the schedule, I said, "Oh snap!" When I seen the schedule earlier this week, I said, "Okay, by the time C.J. play, we gonna see everybody. Everybody will been on. Everybody already played. We done already seen everybody. I need C.J. Stroud to look like C.J. Stroud now. It's time to shut up. It's time to put up a shut up. I need C.J. Stroud to come out there and play. I definitely need him to. Granted, Detroit didn't play any starters. They didn't play no starters on defense. I wouldn't even pay attention to who their defensive players was. Honestly, I didn't even look. I even look partly because I'm going back forward to live stream. I didn't even pay attention and look and see. So they didn't play any starters. Well, I need C.J. Stroud to look well. I need C.J. Stroud to come out there and look crisp. I need Bobby Slowick to call a good game. I need Bobby Slowick to call a good game. I need C.J. to play a clean, efficient game. He got picked he attempted 4 passes the first time, got sacked, and got picked. Last week, no sack, 1 touch, no picks, but no touchdowns either. Led to a field goal. I need a scoring drive. I need some points. I need some touchdowns thrown. I need you to look like C.J. Stroud. I need you to look like C.J. Stroud. I definitely need you to look like C.J. Stroud. Definitely. So you saying he looked good in all? You saying he looked good in all those games you just named? You say he looked good in all those games? Yeah, I definitely think that Tank playing is significant. I need Tank out there. I definitely need Tank out there. I definitely need Tank out there. Tank has to be out there. I need Tank out there. I definitely need Tank out there. Like definitely. I definitely need Tank needs to be out there. I definitely need Tank out there. Like just point blank period. I need Tank out there. I need him out there for Bobby Slowick. For one, he needs to, so he has a weapon to call to, and I need CJ to make some plays. I want to see CJ out here making some plays. I don't want to hear, oh, maybe he's relying on him too much, or maybe he don't. No, one, he definitely need work here. Ricky, everybody need work. But I don't care if CJ relies on him too much. I need CJ to make a play. I need him to make a play, and I definitely need him to make a play with his best receiver out there. He definitely needs to make a play. He definitely needs to make a play. He definitely needs to make a play. He definitely needs to play. You don't. What you mean I don't mess with the magic? You tripping. I definitely mess with the magic. What you talking about, baby? When we in basketball season. But yeah, I definitely fool with the magic. What you talking about, man? If somebody asked me about the magic earlier, I feel like the magic we gonna make it to we gonna at least make it to the play-in. We're gonna make it to the play-in. I definitely think we're gonna make it to the play-in. I think we have a superstar in Paulo. I think we have I don't want to say borderline all-star. I don't know how many all-stars like Franz Wagner can make. I do think that he'll make all-stars based off of playing with Paulo. Honestly, like I don't know if Franz is making all-star games by himself, but I definitely think he'll make some because he's gonna be playing with Paulo. And I just think that we just need the rest of the team to get behind to step up and get better. But I definitely think that we're gonna make the play-in. But I definitely fool with the Magic. Tank made Mills look great imagine with CJ. Yeah. I ain't gonna say he made him look great, but he definitely looked like he didn't look like Davis Mills in a good way against the Patriots. It definitely looked like Davis Mills in a bad way against the Dolphins. Without saying that, I tell you that much. I definitely tell you that much. He definitely made Davis Mills. Davis Mills did not look like Davis Mills in the first game in a good way, but looked like Davis Mills in a bad way in the second game. That's for damn sure. When Tank didn't play against the Dolphins, he looked like typical Davis Mills. Yep, like he definitely did. Like he definitely did. Bad balls, and like it was even, bro. The thing is, it was even worse in practice. like shout out to everybody who went to that practice, man. It was even worse at practice. He did not look good in practice at all. Like his balls were completely inaccurate. He was throwing to the linebackers like he was throwing interceptions. He threw straight clear interceptions, and then he threw passes that should have been intercepted. They were so poorly thrown the defender couldn't even catch it. That's how bad the balls were thrown. Could nobody catch it? The ball was thrown so bad and so poorly, could nobody catch it. Like that's how bad he was throwing against the That's how bad he was throwing against against the Dolphins at practice. So it was definitely just bad Davis Mills all the way around. Williamson, man, is going to be the beast on the D line. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know, man. People was tripping, bro. Like I said in my video, man. Like people definitely was tripping, bro. Like people was definitely tripping, bro. Like I don't understand why people did not want us. Well, I take it back. I definitely understand why people didn't want us to draft him with the second pick of the draft because I was in that boat too. I don't understand why people. I don't understand why people were upset that we gave up the 12th pick of the draft, and I'd say a future first, but gave up the 12th pick in the draft. And I think we gave him pick 33, gave him 12th pick of the draft, pick 33, and a future pick to go get the best player in the whole draft. I don't understand why it angered people. I don't understand. Because you already got your quarterback. I could see if you didn't draft CJ. I get that. I get if we would have drafted Willie, Anderson with the second pick of the draft, I understand that I would have been mad too. I would have been mad too if you didn't have the second pick and all you had was the 12th pick. Say your pick was the 12th pick and you gave up the 12th pick and the third pick and next year's first to move up the draft a defensive lineman, but you couldn't do it to draft a quarterback. I'll get that too. But you already had your quarterback, so now you're playing with house money. The pick that you got was an extra pick in the Deshaun Watson trade, and you still have a first round pick next year. You still have a second round pick next year. And you still had other draft capital that still got you into the second round to get Juice. And you still had another pick to get you back into the third round to go get Tank. Like, you made those trades with you traded away Brandon Cooks, you traded away Deshaun Watson, you traded back last year's draft to get Kenyon Green to accumulate all this draft capital. I said this the moment we traded Deshaun Watson and we got three first round picks. So we had all 3 first round picks and we had 3 first round picks from Cleveland. They gave us 6 first round picks in a 2-year span. I said the Texans are not going to draft 6 people in the first round. I said it once we made the trade. I said breaking down last year's draft, before leading up to the draft, and even after the draft, I said that we would not draft 6 players in the first round. That we would take one of those picks, maybe a combination. I'm like, we'll either go out there and go get a Kyle Pitts, it was the name I mentioned, go out and get Justin Jefferson, go out and get a CeeDee Lamb. I mentioned that we were going out there and I even said, I didn't say Chase Young, but I think I did say Boas. Like, I mentioned players who the Texans can get, that we were going to go out there and get an established player in the future. I said that. Now, did we get established players? No, but we did. We used those draft capital to move up to get the best player in the damn draft. So one, if y'all was expecting us to draft 6 players, I told y'all from the beginning that wasn't gonna happen. We wasn't gonna do that. I told y'all in the jump that we was not gonna draft 6 players. I said that from the beginning that we weren't gonna do that. And we went out there and we got the best player in the draft. Like, regarded, no matter what people thought, he was the best player in the draft. CJ and Bryce got elevated because they're quarterbacks, and you had a lot of quarterback needing teams. Because let's be honest, if you didn't have a lot of quarterback needing teams, especially in the top part of the draft, Chicago probably stays at 3. I mean, stays at 1 and probably drafts Willie Anderson #1 overall. And then the Texans draft a quarterback. Or if Bryce and CJ not in this draft, if it was last year's draft, he's going #1 over Aiden Hutchinson, over what's his name? Trayvon Walker. Over Trayvon Walker. He's over Sauce Gardner, over Derek Stingley, over who else? Over Von Tito's. He's going above those first 5 guys last year. He is. He's going over those he's going over those guys last year. And he probably would be going over if it wasn't quarterback need teams in the top of the draft and able to trade up to get. Like I said, if we didn't have the second pick of the draft and say we had pick 8 and Wichita had pick and we had pick 9 and the Colts had pick 5, the Colts had pick 10, and just say the teams at the top of the draft wasn't quarterback needy teams, I don't think nobody's jumping up to go get those guys. So because you don't have to leapfrog nobody because the quarterback needy teams are at the back of the draft or the back of the first half, back of the top 10. I don't think that I think Chicago stays in 1 and they draft Willie Anderson. So he's the best player in the draft. Just quarterback needy teams prevail because of the nature of the position. Quarterback needy teams prevail. But I don't understand why people were so mad about that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Oh, we could have had JSN at 12. Oh, we could have had Bijan Robinson at 12. Like, we were never going to draft Bijan Robinson. I don't understand why y'all want Bijan Robinson when we got Dameon Pierce. And, yeah, JSN would definitely be an addition. It definitely would be. It definitely would be. But we got Tank, so I ain't tripping about not having JSN. Houston, Marvin Harrison is a Texan. We might trade up for him. Yeah, I definitely think Marvin Harrison is definitely a play. Now I do agree we probably would have to trade up to get him. I don't think Cleveland is going to be bad enough to be picking in the top 5 next year, honestly. Even still, if he's picking the top 5, you might have to have pick 2 to get him. Because he's probably going to go top 5. But, yeah, I definitely would love to have Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, absolutely, I definitely love to have Marvin Harrison Jr. Has the chemistry with CJ, and I do think he's the best prospect. I definitely think he's the best prospect. Browns going 0-16. Man, that's the thing though. If the Browns did go 0-16, and the Texans got the #1 pick in the draft, sad to say, the Texans still got drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. We don't need the Texans. We don't need the Browns to have the worst record and the best pick in the draft. That's actually not what we need. We need the Texans. I mean, we need the Browns to have the second or third worst record. Because if the Browns have the worst record in the draft, have #1 pick, the Texans gonna trade that pick. With Caleb Williams coming out and with Drake May and everybody hyping up Caleb Williams, if we had the #1 pick in the draft, we would take that #1 pick and we would trade it because you'll definitely get a haul. Like, and I think that haul is going to be too extravagant to pass up just to draft a receiver #1 overall. And then outside Keyshawn Johnson, there hasn't been a receiver to go #1 overall. Like, Keyshawn Johnson, I think, is the only receiver to ever go #1 overall to the Jets. So, back when 99, 98, something like that. Whenever Keyshawn got drafted. 97, something like that. 97, 98, 99, somewhere in that. I believe Caleb Williams is overrated too, but I know he has a lot of hype. And him being overrated means people have a lot of hype on him. and because people have a lot of hype on him, if he is overrated, people have a lot of hype on him. I definitely think that that first pick, if you're able to accumulate the first pick and don't need to draft a quarterback, that's going to be a hot commodity. That pick is going just like with the Bears. And I was saying it last year when we were tracking who had the first pick in the draft. I'm like, man, the Bears is right there. Bears get number one pick. Yeah, it's going to be hard to Texas. The Bears don't need a quarterback, but they can trade the pick, which they end up doing, which I actually think ended up being a good thing because the Texans ended up with CJ over Bryce. Even though I do think that the Texans would have drafted CJ over Bryce, honestly. I think they would. I said that way before the draft. I think that they'll draft CJ over Bryce. I think even before a trade was even made. But the having the number one overall pick in a team that doesn't need a quarterback, with a quarterback out there or a perceived quarterback out there, you can get a haul. You can get. We just talked about it earlier. What the 49ers gave up just to move up to 3. The 49ers gave up 3 firsts, and I think 2 2s to move up to 3. If you get the first pick in the draft, bruh, if you get the first pick in the draft, and there's a quarterback right there, you talking about at least the starting point is going to be 3 ones. The one that you get in that draft, and then 2 more ones, and then depending on where they picking from. Now that did now say they pick 5, you probably not gonna get 2 firsts. You probably not gonna get 3 firsts. If they pick 5, you going from 1 to 5. You get your pick. You'll get the 5th pick what they got. Then you'll be getting like 2 more picks. Like you'll be getting like 2 more picks. Like it'll probably be another first, and then probably like some seconds or some stuff like that. But I definitely think that definitely be a high price tag. Definitely be a highest price tag. Honestly, definitely would be. What do you think the Baltimore might be going to attack first? Probably the linebackers. And try to see it. Probably the linebackers. But I said they're probably going to use some. I know Lamar. The thing is, Lamar Jackson wants to prove that he's worth the money, and he wants to drop back. Well, not drop back, but he wants to air out the football. So we'll see exactly what that looks like. But I don't think they'll try to attack the corners first. I think they'll try to attack the linebackers first. Yeah, because last year without Jimmy Ward and with Stingley not even playing the full season, we were like the 10th or 8th in pass defense. So I definitely think that and that's all. And with Lovie Smith, I definitely think that they're not gonna try to target that. Not gonna try to target the secondary very quickly. And don't get it twisted. Even though he don't get a lot of national media coverage, people know who Derek Stingley is. Other OCs, quarterbacks, and receivers, they know about Derek Stingley. He's not getting no media coverage because he ain't flashy like Sauce, and he plays for the Texans. They definitely understand who Stingley is, and then also Petrie has definitely been getting the coverage. I definitely think next year's draft will probably target receiver, if not Marvin Harrison, Xavier Worthing. I'm big on him out of Texas. Deep guy, fast guy. I think him on the opposite side of Tank would be just speed out, and then by the time Mechie get his legs up under him, and I guess your big receiver probably because I really like Hutchinson. I just need Hutchinson to play. No fault of his own, but I need Hutchinson to work out of the 3. Because right now he's working with the 3s. He's not even working with the 2s. Right now he's in there with the 3s. I need him to get out of that range and get into the 2s and get into the 1s. I definitely think that he needs to get in there. How many games do you think it takes for Pierce to hit that 1K? In this offense, 12. Because 10 would be 100 games, 100 yards a game. I think that's kind of high. So yeah, it's about 12. About week 12, he should be very close to that 1,000-yard mark and be like just a game, play break here or there to get to 1,000 yards. I'll say about 12, between 12 and 13. 12 and 13, I think would be a good. It's right there where he could get close to hitting that 1K, somewhere around there. Do you think Texans will sign any player wise after they could? Oh, I definitely think they're gonna sign some players off the waiver wire. You gotta wait and see who makes it. Hopefully, a veteran receiver could make it a surprise cut from another team. And you could probably try to help up that receiver room. Maybe a veteran running back to help up that running back room. I know we just traded for the offensive lineman. I'm surprised anybody asked me that question yet. The offensive lineman from Arizona. I know we just got him, so you might maybe try to pick up some more depth on the offensive line. So if Tank goes down, the CJ be good. He definitely gonna need some more receiver help. Like I said, like it's not even with Tank there, you definitely need some more wide receiver help. That's why I do think next year the target definitely will be wide receiver in the first round, unless Nico plays to the potential that a lot of people feel like Nico has. If Hutchinson comes out there and maybe emerges, because it doesn't matter what Tank does. I don't care if Tank come out there and catches 110 catches for 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns. You still need another receiver over there. Like it's not just what Tank does by himself. Like if even Tank Dell plays well, I need somebody else to play well to shore up that other part of the receiver equation. I need Tank to play well so somebody else can help maintain the other part of the receiver equation. So it's not just Tank Dell. I need somebody else to play well. So even if Tank Dell plays well, I need somebody else to step up, or else receiver's still going to be an issue, or at least not going to say issue, still going to be a target next year. And I do think because you did trade to get with Anderson, I do think that kind of minimizes your attempt to possibly get somebody like a Jay Jettis or a Waddle or who else could be on the market. I mean, maybe what's his name? Jerry Jeudy out of Denver. Jerry Jeudy possibly could be somebody. Like you possibly go out there and get Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. I think that just depends on where you fall in the draft and exactly what they're asking for. That maybe possibly can get a Jerry Jeudy, but I don't know. I think that really just depends on that. But I definitely think you definitely gonna try to make a play for receiver no matter what Tank Dell does this year. Next year, Nico can't stay healthy. Texas is gonna be making cuts next week before the season starts. Right. Yeah, I mean, we should definitely see some cuts by the end of the week. Do you think the Texans make moves for Mike Evans? No. Honestly, nah. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same timeline. So I mean, I don't know that. I mean, it depends on what Tampa Bay asks for. That could always be it. Like if you was able to get him for like a third round pick type situation, like then like that, like maybe so. But like if it's anything higher than that, probably not. Yeah. That's it. Our receiving core. I don't say our receiving core is bad. I just think it's just more so unknown, and like I said, I think it's more so unknown in you, like you said, and because of that, because it is more so unknown and more so young. People don't know about. So people are always quick to say, "Oh, it's a bad receiver core. It's a bad receiver core." I don't think it's a bad receiver core. I just think it's just unknown, and we just don't know about it yet. That's all it is. I think it's unknown. We don't know about it yet, and we just need more time to figure out exactly what they're about and what can they do, what are their strengths. But we definitely need somebody to emerge because looking at even though I say all that, looking at that core, I don't see a true number one receiver. I think Tank Dell is special. I think Tank Dell is special. He's a special weapon, and I think Tank Dell is extremely dynamic. I don't know if I don't know if he's going to be the bona fide number one receiver that dictates the coverage of a defense. Can he be Tyreek Hill? Can he be Deshaun Jackson? Because even though he's quick, lightning quick, it's a good change of direction, good footwork, good speed. I mean, good footwork, good catching, good route running. But he doesn't have the speed as a Tyreek Hill or Deshaun Jackson. He don't have that speed. He don't have that burn away speed to just beat somebody over the top. He don't have that. He don't have that speed to beat somebody over the top. Now you do have Steve Smith. And Steve Smith was able to be a number one receiver for a long time in the NFL, being a smaller guy, even though he was more muscular. But being a small frame guy, is able to be a number one receiver in the NFL. And like he led the league in receiving and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess because he was the playmaker on Tampa City, was he really like changing the way defenders defend? Like we got to make sure what number 89 is. I mean, I guess on some aspect he was. So on some aspect he was. But like if you look at like Tyler Lockett, very dynamic play, very good weapon for Seattle, but you still need a DK Metcalf. Still need DK Metcalf. You still did. Like Tyreek Hill didn't need another receiver on his team. Deshaun Jackson didn't need another receiver on his team. So I mean, if I know Cooper. No, you got Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, and I think he's a better route runner than Cooper. I think the Tank's a better route runner than Cooper Kupp. And again, this offense does scheme people open. Look at how Cooper Kupp gets open. Cooper Kupp ain't just getting open because he out there just routing people up. But which he does. Like don't worry, Cooper Kupp can route somebody up, but they are scheming Cooper Kupp open. We used to scheme Dre open a lot. Like Debo and Brandon, you get schemed. Like this offense scheme wide receivers open. Like we can talk about quarterbacks and we can talk about running backs and we can talk about play action, all that type of stuff. Things that this offense gets forget about. We talk about how run heavy this offense is, and we talk about how good scheme is for quarterbacks. It's better for running backs, honestly. This scheme bursts 1,000-yard running backs ad nauseum. That's the biggest calling card for this offense is to get running backs the football. Outside of that, it schemes wide receivers open. Wide receivers, and if they got any type of game, they can be schemed open. Look at that first preseason game against the Patriots. Tank was open a lot of those times. Like those catches that he made, he was in the field by himself. But look at that, able to get him open. They was able to scheme Tank open. Able to scheme him open. Make sure you're watching that. Make sure y'all go back and look at that. Able to scheme him open. Able to scheme him open. So I definitely want. That's another thing too. I can't wait to see what happens in this offense because I want to see how much Tank. Because I do think that Tank Dell will be your priority from a receiver standpoint, and he's the guy who you want to scheme open a lot. I definitely think that's who you want to make sure you get open. You want to get him in open space. You want to get Tank Dell. But even saying all that, like I said, unless Hutchinson, Nico, or Mechie emerge themselves as a primary target, or emerge as a primary target, no receiver next year and next year's draft is definitely going to be somebody that we look after. Definitely going to be looking at receiver in next year's draft or next year's offseason by some way. Yeah, Nico is inferior. Has all the tools to be the number one, size, speed, catching. Soft and showing me. Yeah, man. He's like Nico is too big and too strong to be playing as soft as he played. I know he played somewhat well against the Dolphins. One, he doesn't stay healthy. He doesn't stay on the football field. Best ability is availability. Guy 6'4", like 215 pounds. Supposedly runs a 4.4. I have yet to see it. Outside of that, like it was like one play against the Titans, like his rookie year. One play down the field, Davis Mills threw it to him, then he kind of like put the Jets on. Other than that, I've yet to see this 4.4 speed that he has. Has a nice radius because how big he is. He's 6'4". Should be able to jump up and catch anything out of the sky. But you don't see it. You don't see it. Like I said, in the red zone, in the red zone against the Dolphins, then we got in the red zone sequence. Why wasn't he out there, man? Well, he might have been out there, but why y'all wasn't throwing? Y'all should been throwing the ball up there to him. Like I wouldn't have mind like y'all in the red zone and you would just been chunking it up to him. You would just chunk. I wouldn't have been mad at that, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have been mad at you at all if y'all just been chunking it up to him. No, seriously, that's what he's listed. He's listed around the 4.4. He's ready. That's what he's listed around the 4.4. I have yet to see it. Have yet to see him run the 4.4. Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through here too, man. See some more people jump in. Make sure you hit that like button. I have yet to see this 4.4 speed that they say he has, but they say he has it. So I've yet to see it, but they say he has this 4.4 speed, and I've yet to see it. But and you should be able, like I said, to able to jump up and catch the football in the red zone. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad if they was just like I said, been 3 targets, boom. We trying to match Nico up or trying to match Nico up 1-on-1 in a jump ball situation in the red zone. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad at all with that. That wouldn't have made me mad at all, bro. But that wasn't what we got. It wasn't what we seen. We didn't get that. We didn't get that at all. So it is what it is. He needs to be cooking with that speed. Yeah, as big as he is, having that type of speed, having that type of jump radius and able to catch the football, he should be a baller. He should be an absolute baller, and I think that's what infuriates a lot of Texas fans because you see that, you see those measurables. He should be a top receiver in the NFL. Don't give me Davis Mills and don't give me Pep Hamilton and Tim Kelly. Yes, those are unfortunate circumstances. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's not. But Scary Terry can ball with no quarterback and no offense. Like we seen Hopkins go out there and ball with Bill O'Brien and no quarterback. Like we seen all this. We seen good, and again, I'm not telling you to be the best receiver in the league. I'm telling you to show me something. Show me something. That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to show me something. To be like, okay, we can work with this. We get you a good quarterback. We get you a good offensive system. You can play. You can play. We see something. We see something in you. We see legitimate potential, not just off of measurables. Because right now, the potential that he's showing you is off of measurables. Off of measurables. A.J. Brown's another one. A.J. Brown gets 1,000 yards in a running back in a running system in Tennessee. Made a Pro Bowl. Over 1,000 yards in a running system. They're going to give the ball to Derrick Henry. Not just because that's just who they give the ball to. They're going to give the ball to Derrick Henry. They're going to give the ball to Derrick Henry in a running system. That's what they do. That's what they do in Tennessee before he went to the Eagles. Then he goes to a situation with a guy who people say can't throw from me to you. And he's still go out there and produce. Because he's like that. He is. He is. Why are you not like that? What is wrong? You have all the tools in front of you. You're 6'4". You run a 4.40. You're 215 pounds. You should be able to just jump and just dudes. I understand you played with Davis Mills. I understand you played in the Pep helmet clearly. But still, bro, show me something. Show me something legitimately I can work with. Because as of right now, you ain't shown me nothing to work with, bro. You really haven't. That's the reason why wide receiver is still at the top of the list. That's the reason why wide receiver is still at the top of the list. Because you haven't shown me nothing outside of your measurables. That's the only potential I had. That's what I'm holding on to, your measurables. Because on paper, that looks phenomenal. That looks like a number one receiver. When you look at him and see him, he looks like a bona fide number one receiver. But when he play like sharpened tissue paper. Ultra soft. 3-ply. Ultra soft. 3-ply. That's what he plays like. That's what he plays like. I see more people that jumped in. Make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through. But I definitely appreciate that. Make sure you're hitting that like button when y'all come through here. Yes, Andre Johnson did do it for years without a QB. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Andre's done it for years without a QB. Never had his QB. We never heard him say boo. Same thing with Hop. Never heard him say boo. And again, I'm not asking you to be the best receiver in franchise history. Well, I would love for you to be the best receiver in franchise history. Absolutely. I would love for that to be the case. But do you have to be there? No. Especially not right now. Okay, I understand that. But show me something, bro. Show me something. Show me something. Like, we'll be honest. Jacoby Jones showed more. Honestly. And I think with Jacoby Jones, like a 6th round pick, 5th, 6th round pick. Like, come on, man. Like David Anderson showed more. Honestly. Like, bro, you have to play like Lester Jean. That's who you playing like. You playing like Lester Jean. But the sad thing about it is, you're in the number one spot. As of right now, you're in the number one spot. You are. You're in the number one spot. Man, Jalen Strong played better. If you want to be quite honest, let's keep it all the way 1,000. Let's keep it all the way $1, bro. Jalen Strong, in the small time that he played as a Houston Texan, played better than Nico Collins has played. Let's be real. Let's be absolutely real about this. Jalen Strong is coming. When Nico has 1 touchdown in his career, Jalen Strong in his first game out there got 2 touchdowns and a half against the Indianapolis Colts on Thursday Night Football. Like, let's be a buck. Caught the game-winning touchdown at Indy to beat the Indianapolis Colts. The very first time we ever beat the Colts at Indy. With what's his name? What's his name? Brandon Weeden. With Brandon Weeden as a starting quarterback. Brandon Weeden was a starting quarterback. He caught the game-winning touchdown to beat the Indianapolis Colts the first time we ever won in Indy. Bruh. Didn't make the play with Brock Osweiler in overtime to beat after the comeback. Let's be honest. Let's be for real. Let's be for real, bro. Let's be for real. You're a 3rd-round draft pick that we jumped up to go get. Have all the measurables. It's time for you to show the fuck up. It's time for you to show up. No more games. No more excuses. We have a solid offensive line that we're building right now. Best left tackle in the league in Larry Tunsil. Trade for Shaq Mason. 1st-round pick in Kenyon Green. 2nd-round pick in Juice Ruggs. Also, 1st-round pick in Tyus Howard. That even though he's dealing with a hand injury, that's why you went out there. You made the trade for what's I think his name, Jones out of Arizona, to be just in case Ty Howard's not ready for the regular season. The brand new head coach, DeMeco Ryans, was a former player. 2nd pick in the draft is C.J. Stroud, who's a pure pocket passer. If you get that, he gonna give you the ball. He gonna put it right there. running game and Dameon Pierce, and a nice, good system that schemes wide receivers open in the Kubiak-Shanahan system. Now it's time for you to show up. Now it's time for you to show up. And the thing is, bro, all the pressure kind of off you for real, because everybody's talking about Tank. Everybody's talking about Tank. I seen a thing earlier before I did a live stream that they have Tank as the sleeper in the AFC South for fantasy. If you pick a fantasy player out of the AFC South, then he's the sleeper. People know about Tank Dell. Everybody wants to see Tank Dell. Everything that everybody was asking after the game last week, where's Tank Dell? When we was at practice, wasn't nobody asking Nico for no autograph. It was Tank Dell. It was CJ. It was Derek Stingley. It was Dameon Pierce. Wasn't nobody looking for Nico. Wasn't nobody. So there's no pressure on you, Nico Collins. Honestly, if you want to keep it a buck, there's no pressure outside the noise. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be worried about Tank from the fans and from the opposing defenses. But you have no excuses though. They don't give you a pass. They just know that hey, they don't give you a pass. But you gotta show up because there's no more excuses. There's no more excuses. There's no more Davis Mills, Tim Kelly, Pep Hamilton, Lovie Smith. There's no more of that jacket. There's no more of that. There's no more. Zero. No more chances when it comes to that. No more excuses. You have all the tools physically, and now we're doing the things from a coaching staff, from an ownership standpoint, from a play style standpoint to benefit you. You better show up. Because be honest, you're the reason why everybody around here is looking at Marvin Harrison. If Nico played to the potential that he had, his measurable potentials, we not worried about Marvin Harrison Jr. We're not. Sorry. We're not worried about Marvin Harrison Jr. If Nico Collins plays up to the potential that we know, the potential that he showed you from a measurement standpoint. Not even from, like I said, we don't even see flashes. Like, that's my thing when people bring up those things about all those other things. At least we can still see flashes. If we see some flashes here and there, that 4-4 speed, or him jumping on, we see some flashes out of Nico, then we can sit up there and be like, you know what, yeah, Davis Mills, yeah, whoa. We can say all that. But now we just giving guys excuses, bro. We just give him excuses. We just give them flat excuses. And there's no more. He has run out of excuses with me. Definitely has. All you see is slant routes. And the thing is, if he could ball and dominate with those slant routes, we not tripping. Because that's all, if you think about when Odell was in New York, that's all Odell did too was slants. All Odell did, if you go look at the Giants with Eli Manning and Odell Beckham, all he ran was slants. But he was balling on those slants. He was eating on them slants. Like, Nico was a one-trick pony, honestly. And the trick not even all that good. Really. The trick not even all that good. It's really not. Like the trick ain't all that good. He a one-trick pony, the trick ain't all that damn good. What's up, D-Love? Yeah, at least Fuller would I point the ball. Yeah, I mean, Fuller never stayed on the field. Like, Fuller's problem was all injuries. But when Fuller was out there balling, he was out there balling. Like, when Fuller was out there, it's 48-yard touchdowns, 50-yard touchdowns. He running punt returns back. He catching 3 touchdowns in the game with 200 yards. Like, Fuller was out there dynamic, out there beating people one-on-one, making plays. Like, he was out there making plays when he was out there. Like, that's why I ain't bring up fucking Fuller made plays. Like, don't twist that. Fuller's main issue that he didn't stay healthy. Like, that was his only issue. When Fuller stayed healthy, Fuller balled when he was out there. I know people talk about Fuller and be getting on Fuller, really want to be keeping all the way 1,000. If Fuller is healthy, Fuller balls. Hopkins, understand, second best receiver in franchise history behind Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson, the GOAT, best receiver in franchise history. My favorite football player of all time. My favorite athlete of all time. Definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame is bullshitting by Andre Johnson not being in the Hall of Fame. It's a travesty that he doesn't have a gold jacket and a bust by now. We all understand that. Get those three guys out of the way because I think those are three best receivers in Texas history. Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Will Fuller. I think those are three best receivers in history. Brandon Cooks, we all have an issue with Brandon Cooks last year, but when Brandon Cooks does have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, we can't dispute that. We can't dispute he does have back-to-back 1,000-yard season. No matter how we feel about Brandon Cooks, he does have back-to-back 1,000-yard season, so take him out of the equation. So then you talk about Kevin Walter. We didn't really expect that much out of Kevin Walter. He was a good blocker. Good reliable hands, good blocker. We expect all that. We liked what we seen out of Jacoby Jones, and we thought that Jacoby Jones could be that guy to take over to be the number 2 guy. We was disappointed on how it ended with Jacoby Jones. He was more so another one-trick pony, deep threat, and a return guy mostly. But at least he showed you something. That's the reason why we hoped that he could be the number 2. And at one point, Garber Kubiak trusted him to be the number 2, and it didn't work out, and that's why you have to put. Because really, Jacoby Jones is really a third receiver that we tried to put number 2 because he showed you a lot of flashes as a number 3 receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Jalen Strong. I think we thought that Jalen Strong could be the number 2 receiver. It just ain't never worked out. Off the field issues, Bill O'Brien's bad system, bad quarterback play, whatever you want to say. He get hurt, whatever. But when he came out there and played, he did play some. He made plays his rookie year. He made plays his second year. It just went all bad after that. And I want to exactly see how he would have done with Deshaun Watson. We never really got to see him with Deshaun Watson. We never did get to see him with Deshaun Watson because he got cut after Deshaun's second game. So we never got to see him play with Deshaun Watson. Kiki with his fumbling tail even plays better than Nico Collins. Like, Nico. And like I said, that's the reason why we're looking potentially for a receiver in next year's draft. It's because we don't see what we want or need to see out of Nico Collins. Point blank period. Nico is garbage, bro. We messed up by drafting him. I want to refrain from calling him garbage. It's just that I just don't see nothing special in him. And I want to. Because actually, to be honest, I know it comes off that I don't like Nico. I actually do. I like what I seen out of Nico at Michigan. When I watched his tape at Michigan, I like what I seen out of him. I'm like, okay, and this is back before Deshaun asked for a trade. I'm like, oh man, hey, I think he could play well, man. He play good. And I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing at all, bro. I just don't. I don't see nothing at all, bro. None whatsoever. I could think about Kenny Stills. I mean, we ain't had Kenny Stills for that long, so I think that's really unfair to Kenny Stills. I mean, if you're talking about like Kenny Stills, what's his name? I was about to call him Brandon Ingram. What's the boy name? Bruce Ellington. I mean, his other receivers that only played here for like a year or whatever, like or 2 years. Like I'm not going. They ain't played long enough, so I'm not gonna. They ain't played long enough, and they weren't like, in the situation long enough. Like Nico really was Nico was really for it to be in the guy. I mean, I know we had Brandon Cooks, but like Nico really was like, Nico should be for it to be the guy, bro. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I definitely, I think Hutchinson's going to outplay him. I think Hutchinson's going to outplay him. I think Hutchinson's a guy that just needs an opportunity. Once Hutchinson gets an opportunity, I definitely think Hutchinson outplays him. Honestly, I think Hutchinson outplays him. I think obviously, like I said, Tanks came in and outplayed everybody. Yeah, Tanks came in and outplayed everybody. It looks like Noah Brown is coming in and outplayed him as well. Like it's just a shame, bro. Like, it's just a shame. Like I say, I want him to play better. I want him to play well, but he's just not. He's just not the guy. He's just not the guy. Just not whatsoever. No whatsoever. He's just not the guy, man. Just not the guy. But like I said, Nico could be like changed. Nico could change. Nah. Nico should take his style from. I know somebody asked about earlier about dang, can't think of his name, from Mike Evans. Take his style from Mike Evans. They're around the same size. Mike Evans is a little bit bigger, a little bit taller. I think Nico's a little bit. I think he's a little bit taller, a little bit bigger, but by an inch or so. But he should be able to take it. Like I said, and Hudson is not that far from him. Like Hudson is just like an inch shorter, like just an inch shorter than Nico. Hudson is 6'3", Nico 6'4", which called Mike Evans 6'5". But he should play similar to him, but he doesn't. He doesn't. So it is what it is. Should we have made a move on Hop? I believe we should have. D-Love. I think we should have. I don't really know what happened. I think Hop would have been a great addition. More of a security blanket for CJ, especially an accurate quarterback like CJ. Again, a guy who knows the system. I mean, he played under Gary Kubiak his rookie year, so he knows the system. It's not, you know, he played more on the Bill O'Brien system, but he still knows his system. he still knows the system. So I definitely think that he could definitely help. Definitely could help the offense and help the quarterback play, help teach the offense, and definitely play well. But again, I don't know. Like somebody asked me earlier what I thought about going to the Titans. I don't understand, honestly, because he said he wanted to win. But he goes to the Titans. And there's no shade of the Titans. I just don't think their team is going to be winning at the level he needs to be winning at. How's been in the league for over 10 years, or right at 10 years. It's either his 10th year or his 11th year, one of the two. And the furthest you've gotten is the second round with us, twice. It's the furthest you've gotten. Losing to the Patriots in 2016 in the second round, and losing to the Chiefs in 2019. So I don't honestly, I don't know. Don't know really why he went there. I would went to the Chiefs or the Bills, or go to a team that's going to throw the football a lot, so I can pad my stats and try to make sure I get into the Hall of Fame. He's not doing either one of those things in Tennessee, honestly. So maybe it was just a whole money situation. Yeah, that's really all I can say about that. I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna disrespect him and say he Kevin White, because Kevin White was a first round draft pick. Nico wasn't. Nico was a third round draft pick. So really, even being a third round draft pick, even with the team that drafted, there's no pressure. But I think he was given all the opportunities to become the guy. It just ain't work out. Who's gonna put? I think it's gonna be Tannehill to start off, and then more likely Malik Willis. I think Will Levis. They've already named Will Levis to be the third string quarterback. I mean, I'm not surprised. I never thought Will Levis was gonna be any good. Yeah, I know he was getting a lot of hype, and people was talking about him, so he was definitely gonna go. He didn't even go in the first round. I didn't think he was nowhere near the talent of Bryce or CJ. His inaccuracies were the same as Anthony Richardson. And Anthony Richardson only played 1 year of college football and was like 20 years old, while Will Levis is like 24 and has played 4 years of college football. He started 2 years at Penn State and then 2 years at Kentucky. So he started for 4 years, and I started for 4 years making mistakes that freshmen make. And you get, and then he doesn't even have the same potential that AR. AR had way more potential, stronger arm, better on the run. And I had my issues with AR, but AR had way more potential than Will Levis. So if you're gonna take a flyer on somebody, I'm taking on AR. I'm taking on the younger prospect, a younger prospect with more physical gifts. I don't understand what they saw in what you call it, for them to even jump up in the second round. I just felt Tennessee felt like they were desperate to draft a quarterback. They should have just waited. I think they thought they had somebody who was better than Will Levis. I mean, better than not Will Levis, but better than what's his name, the Malik Willis, and it's not. It's not. He obviously just wanted more money. Will you make a season prediction? No, I already made a season prediction video. It's down there. Like after this, I'm about to get ready to jump out in a minute. But it's after this. There is a video. When I break down the season, I break it down game by game. I tell exactly which game I think we gonna win. It's not just me saying, "Oh, we win in this amount of games," and whatever. I say exactly game by game. I go by the list and which game I think we're gonna win and which game I think we're gonna lose. Break down the full season. I think I say some stuff about other things too. So go check that out. If you ain't checked that already, make sure you go check that out. I said a video I did just drop the other day. I broke down Will Anderson. People talking about Will Anderson. Definitely check that out. Also check out. I got some shorts out there too on CJ, on Will Anderson, on some on Tank Dell as well. So make sure y'all go check out the channel. Like I said, I'm on the race to 6K. So hey, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 6K subscribers. I think I'm like 490 away, like 490 subscribers away. So hey, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to even tell another friend. Let's get to 6,000 subscribers. Like I said, immediately after the game on Sunday, we played the New Orleans Saints, 7 o'clock on Fox. Immediately after that game, I'm going live. So make sure y'all come right here on YouTube, another live stream. Like I say, the Friday Night Lives is back. We coming back every Friday to do a live stream. So the Friday Night Lives is coming back. People been asking for it, so it is back. The Friday Night Lives is back. I'm gonna do some lives after the game. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live after every game every season. I don't know if I'm gonna do lives or pre-recorded videos after the game. Just all depends. Cause I know I'm gonna be at some of the games, so it kind of depends on how things work. But I'm gonna try to do live. Also, how we do on Soft Sports. Cause I told y'all Soft Sports that we did a pregame last week. More Soft Sports videos, more Soft Sports live streams is coming too. So we're gonna work it out how we're gonna do the lives with Sauce and stuff like that. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. If y'all in the Discord, the Soft Sports Discord, if you're not in the Discord, then find a way Hip Honcho to get up in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I'm about to jump in. Once I get through the live stream, I'll jump back in because we was in there chopping up before I went live. I'm gonna jump back in. We can chop it up some more. Appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate Chris with the super chat love. Appreciate everybody that came through, liked the video. Everybody that asked questions. Appreciate that. Appreciate the interaction. Appreciate all the love and support. Like I said, I appreciate the likes, the subscribes, all the views, all the likes. I appreciate all that. I appreciate all the support, all the super chat. Before you go, if you ain't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate that. And like I said, more live videos on the way, more pre-recorded videos on the way. And into the short games, some more shorts coming on the way as well. So yeah, man, y'all just make sure y'all check out. Y'all be looking at the channel because stuff is coming. Like I'm trying to give y'all content every single day in some capacity. If it's likes, if it's I'm not saying likes. If it's lives, if it's shorts, if it's pre-recorded videos. I'm making sure I'm hitting all avenues. So I'm trying to give y'all content. People been hitting me up all summer long. Hey man, you ain't doing sports no more. Hey man, you ain't doing YouTube no more. It was a I ain't gonna say a cross, but it was a combination of my work schedule kind of got a little hectic, and it was kind of kind of dry a little bit, so it wasn't a lot going on. So it was kind of the combination of both, kind of the combination of both. Of that, like I said, so definitely gonna get some lives. I'm giving you lives every week. I'm giving you pre-recorded videos every week. I'm gonna give you shorts, possibly every day. Now don't hold me there. Don't hold me to that, because it might be a day or two I might miss, or it might be every other day. But I'm trying to give y'all shorts around roughly every day. So make sure y'all be on the lookout. So your phone ain't never gonna be dry fooling with your boy. Your phone not gonna be dry. Make sure it's gonna be content from your boy every day. Every day, if not every day, every other day, but try to do it every day. It's gonna be content from your boy. And yes, your boy is back, definitely is, with these Magic content. Paulo Franz Magic. Hey, somebody asked me earlier about, a couple people asked me earlier about the Magic, how I feel about it, and I stopped fooling with the Magic. Now, you already know, I feel like the Magic are going to be in the play-in tournament, but hey, I will have some more Magic content coming out pretty soon too. I'll make sure I'm giving capacity. I'm saying that wrong. I'm giving y'all content on some type of capacity every single day. Every single day. The Texans are listening. The Texans are listening. The Texans are listening. I really appreciate that. If the Texans are listening, hey, we talk football, Houston, Texas football. Y'all already know. If the Texans listening, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. For sure. For sure. Yes, Stroud's going to start open today. It ain't official, but it's official. Like, it's official without being official. Like, we officially know, we just ain't officially announced. That's how I'm going to say it. We officially know, we just ain't officially announced. Like, it's official without being official. It's officially known, it just ain't officially announced. That's how we talking that. That's how we doing that. That anytime somebody asks me about Stroud, it's officially known, but ain't officially announced. That's how we doing that. That's how we doing that. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody that came through. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Like I said, I'm giving y'all content in some capacity every single day. Lives, pre-recorded, shorts, whatever. That's what we're doing right now. Can't believe what I missed, but I can't believe what I missed. But Trey Lance only played 8 games. They gave up 3 first round picks. The time to heal while on chill. Yeah, that's the thing that's been going around. That's definitely the thing that's been going around about how Trey Lance, how the 49ers gave up so much for Trey Lance and basically so little what they got out of him. It is what it is. It definitely is what it is. But I think in the long term, honestly, I think it ended up being a good situation for Trey Lance. I know some people might disagree, but I definitely think in the long term it will be a good situation for Trey Lance. I don't think the Cowboys is a bad situation for him to be in. So it is what it is. But Spitz, you need a man competition with the round. Well, one, I need to get man was it 2024? Yeah, I ain't even got man 2024 yet. I haven't got it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been a long time. Honestly, since I played a sports game. Like really a long time since I played games. Period. Like I haven't been playing games consistently. Like technically the last game I actually played was when they brought when they redid Grand Theft Auto and put it on redid Grand Theft Auto, like the trilogy. Because growing up I didn't play San Andreas. I didn't have a PlayStation. I had an Xbox, so I didn't have a PlayStation 2. I had an Xbox, so I didn't get a chance to play. I didn't get a chance to play San Andreas when it first came out. So I've been playing that and playing San Andreas and stuff like that. But I haven't played like the last Madden I played was the one with Mahomes on the cover. What was that, 20? Yeah, 2020. That was the last Madden I played. But I did say I'm gonna get 2024, and I am gonna get 2K. I was supposed to get 2K last year. I just ended up forgetting. I like how they update the tunnel going out. They just need to just to update stuff some a little bit more. They should just upgrade some stuff a little bit more. Really, honestly, that's really what they need to do. Just need to upgrade stuff a little bit more. That's really what they need to do. They definitely do. They just need to upgrade stuff a little bit more. But hey, like I've been telling y'all, man. But about the Madden, we definitely should. If I get mad, I'm gonna talk to the guys and see if we talking about doing a Madden, a Madden. That actually could be dope. That would be dope to stream too, honestly. Like if we did a Madden league with the round table and like played the games on screen, that way like it wouldn't just be that. It wouldn't just be like an inside joke. Like it'd be like something like you can see people who really good and who people really trash type situation. That actually be good, honestly. That actually be good. Like I said, if y'all in the Discord, meet me in the Discord after the live stream. If you're not in the Discord, hit up Honcho so you can get into the Discord. I can't let you in. If I could let you in, I definitely would. But hey, if you get in Discord, get in Discord. And hey, whoa, Jerome Green. Appreciate the super chat love, bro. Appreciate that. Do you think that Petrie can be the best safeties in the league? Jimmy and Petrie. You talking about a tandem? You talking about the best tandem in the league? Do I think they can be the best tandem in the league? Yeah, I actually got to think of all the tandems. I think Petrie could be one of the. To be honest, possibly could because I think Petrie could be one of the best safeties in the league. If Petrie one of the best safeties in the league, I definitely. Yeah, I mean, if he's one of the best safeties in the league, that right there already gets you a leg up, gets you into the top percentile, the top half. If you get one of the guys being the best safety in the league, that gets you into the top half. So you really the other safety doesn't. I believe the secondary in a whole could be a top 5 secondary in the league, no question. No question, I believe that secondary be a top 5 secondary in the league, and I definitely think that Petrie could be the best safety in the league. I think Petrie could be a top 5 safety if he's not already. I think Petrie could definitely be a top 5 safety in this league. So yeah, Jimmy possibly could. That's a good one. And hey, shout out to Jerome. Appreciate the super chat love, bro. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, he definitely could be. I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. That's a good one. I definitely think he could be a top safety in the league, top safety group in the league. Yeah, it's alright. Definitely okay. Frank is definitely alright. The Discord, it's like it's another way to interact. It's another way to interact, but like Honcho, it's Honcho's Discord, so I have no control over who gets in the Discord. I have no control over that. But it's just another way to allow the guys from the round table and everybody else to be interact with Salt Sports. They interact and stuff like that. But I said, as I said, I don't know. I'm tripping on my words today. Appreciate the super chat, love, Jerome. Appreciate that, bro. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. I see y'all still up in there. But yeah, I ain't think about that. That's actually a good one. Like a top safety group in the league, that definitely is. Reaction to Anthony Black. Like I said, I didn't really watch Anthony Black in college. That was my thing. I ain't watch Anthony Black in college. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the fact that Jet could shoot. We definitely needed shooting. We definitely need shooting. To be honest, like I said, this draft here, when it comes to the NBA, this is what I feel about when it comes to the NBA. Well, at least this draft here. I feel like what the Magic should have did last offseason is they should have traded for Donovan Mitchell. I feel like the assets that they had, they should trade for Donovan Mitchell. The only people who should have been off the table was Paolo, obviously, Franz, and in my opinion, Markel. And Cole Anthony. I think Cole Anthony is the perfect 6 man off the bench. Everybody else, Jalen Suggs, Jonathan Isaac, Caleb Houston. Obviously, we got rid of Terrence Ross. Damn, I forgot which guy name. Harrison. Like I feel like even Wendell, I think everybody else could have been expendable. You had multiple draft picks because you had the extra pick from Chicago. You also have the extra pick from the Denver Nuggets I think in the 2025 draft. I think it's the 2025 draft. I don't think it's this year's draft. I don't think it's 2024. I think it's 2025. You have all this extra draft capital, and you had players last year. You could have got Donovan Mitchell. I feel like that'd been better. My only thing is this. Because you've drawn that line in the sand, you gotta get this rebuild right. This rebuild has to be right. This rebuild just has to be right. It just does. It just has to be right. So you gotta be right with Anthony Black. I know a lot of people like, oh, we can get Wemby, all this type of stuff like that. It has to be right. I like Scoop. I thought Scoop was a good player. You gotta get this rebuild right, or else you should have went after Donovan Mitchell last year. And I think that would have been way better because it would have. I think Paulo is showing you that he's a superstar, and I think that Paulo's already a superstar anyway. But even without him being officially a superstar, like I'm showing that he's a young superstar. You give him help early on. You don't do what you did with Trace. Well, Trace McGrady, yes, did get Trace McGrady help when he got there, but that's a whole other story. But you don't do what you did with Dwight Howard. You do kind of what you did with Shaq. Like, you get help early on, and that hopefully you'll be able to keep those players. Hey, Spitz, is there a player right now that you want us to get in the upcoming potential free agency? Actually, I don't know who's coming up. I don't know. I don't know who's coming up. Magic or Houston. I don't know if you're talking about NBA. I don't know if you're talking about NFL. Either one, I don't know. I don't know exactly who's coming up in either sport as free agencies. Man, you know we're not getting those jerseys. Those jerseys belong to the Titans because that's technically the oldest franchise. So the Titans are wearing those jerseys. We not. We get new jerseys next year. Cal said that I guess we having 4 jerseys. He's called it H-Town Blue, emphasis hidden towards the baby blue. A lot of merchandise they have has baby blue in it. They got the jackets, the baby blue with the red H and Houston H-Town in the back. They got the shirts. They got the hats. I seen a hoodie that was all baby blue. They had Texans written in red. They got the new shirts where they got orange sharpened iron where it's navy blue and the letters are in baby blue. They got another Houston shirt saying Houston 713 Day, and it got baby blue in it, and the logo is somewhat baby blue. So we're gonna see. We gonna see. And also, I think he confirmed some helmets, so we're gonna see exactly what they do. Giannis is a free agent coming up. Also, Luka and Giannis. Will be some big fish. Luka and Giannis will definitely be some big fish to grab. Possibly Trey Young. I don't know if Trey would be a free agent, but possibly making a trade for Trey Young. If you can get Giannis, who I think is, if you get Giannis, because Giannis, but we ain't gonna play because Giannis is a 4, and Paulo's a 4. Now. I think as of right now, Giannis is the best player in the league. I think, but Luka, yeah, I think Luka will fit. I think Luka will fit in perfectly. I think, and then him and Jamal Mosley, they definitely have a good relationship. So Luka will fit in perfectly with the Magic right now. Honestly, like to be fair, Luka would definitely fit in perfectly with the Magic. He definitely would. Luka would definitely fit in perfectly with the Magic. Luka would definitely fit in perfectly with the Magic. Definitely would be. Definitely would be. But like I said, I'm about to get ready to go. Like I said, I appreciate everybody came through here. Appreciate everybody came in with the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate the super chat love. Like I say, on the race, the 6K. So help your boy get the 6K. So like I said, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Get your boy 6K. Definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Red Raiders, on that, Red Raiders beating we win the Big 12. First time. Last time we won the conference was the Southeastern Conference, the Southwest Eastern? Whatever conference it was back in the 90s. Back in the 90s before it was Big 12. Because we never officially won the Big 12. Even though we did win the Big 12 South back in 2008. The Crab, she caught the pass on Texas. We did win the Big 12 South. But the BCS Bowls screwed us over and we weren't allowed to play in the Big 12 championship game. And then Oklahoma played. Which was wrong because we were the only team. It was a 3-way tie between Texas Tech, UT, and Oklahoma. And Tech was the only team that had the full right to the Big 12 South. They were the only team that had a full right to a Big 12 South. Because we won the Big 12 South. We won it, and then, because we beat Texas beat Oklahoma, and Oklahoma beat us. But the way the numbers were, we were the first team to win the actual Big 12 South, and then Texas beat A&M. Texas beat A&M, and then Oklahoma beat Oklahoma State. And it became a 3-way tie because we all had the same exact record and all had the same record. And because at the time Oklahoma was ranked higher in the BCS, that they let Oklahoma represent the Big 12 South. And everybody was mad. And not just Texas fans, but even people who were over the Big 12 said, not over the Big 12, but even the people on the media and stuff like that, like ESPN and things like that, like that's not right because Texas Tech was the only team that rightfully had the Big 12 South. And then, but BCS is supposed to determine who plays the national championship game, not who plays in the conference championship game. But it is what it is. They let them play in the conference championship game. They won the conference championship game, and we never get shot. So, but to answer your question, you asked about the Texas Tech Red Raiders football, we're going to win the Big 12 South. We're going to win the Big 12. We're going to make it to the Big 12 championship game, and we're going to win the Big 12. You heard it here first. Heard it here first. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you agree or not. Texas Tech going to win the Big 12. But, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. Holla.